Hello, my dear students. This is Chapter 7, Lesson 3. What is a liquid? A liquid is a state of matter that takes the shape of its container. We've taken that matter has three states: solid, liquid, and gas. And we said that solid is a state of matter that has its own shape and size. And we saw how when we moved the solid from one container to another, the shape did not change. A liquid is different. If I move the liquid from one container to another, the shape of the liquid changes. It takes the shape of its container. Now here you can see water in this cup. The water took the shape of the cup, and when we move it to the other container, you'll see how the shape of the water will change. Now let's see. When we pour it to the container, as you can see here, the water took the shape of this container. Now we will pour it to the bowl and we'll see if it's going to take its shape or not. What do you think? Now, as you can see here, water took the shape of the container again. So even if we moved it to a fourth container, it's going to take the shape of that container because liquids take the shape of their containers. Now, water is not the only liquid. We have many examples. Juice is a liquid, milk is a liquid, oil is a liquid, tea, honey, ketchup. We have many examples of liquids. Can you think of any? Properties of a liquid. Liquids have properties that you can describe them with, but their properties are different than solids. You cannot describe a liquid by using texture or hardness or flexibility, but you can describe a liquid by its color. For example, honey has golden color, coffee has brown color, and milk has a white color. So the color is a property of a liquid. You can describe it with. Another property is thickness. Thickness, I can say that the liquid is thin or thick. Thin or thick. What does that mean? It means if the liquid flows quickly, this is a thin liquid. But if the liquid flows slowly, it's a thick liquid. So if the liquid is moving quickly, it's thin. If the liquid is moving slowly, it's thick. Thin liquids flow quickly. Thick liquids flow slowly. And we will see some examples of thin and thick liquids. Water. So let's see if the water flows quickly or slowly. Is it thick or thin? As you can see here, the water. What do you think? Is it flowing quickly or slowly? Water, as you can see in the video, it flows quickly. And because it flows quickly, we say that water is a thin liquid. When the liquid flows quickly, it's thin liquid. Now let's see honey. What do you think? Is it going to flow quickly or slowly? Let's see. as you can see, it flows very, very slowly. And since it flows slowly, it's a thick liquid. It moves very, very slowly. So honey is a thick liquid. Water was moving quickly or flowing quickly, so it is a thin liquid. Honey is flowing very, very slowly, so it's a thick liquid, as you can see. Very, very slow. It's very thick liquid. Okay, let's see what's next. Chocolate milk. What do you think? Is it going to flow quickly or slowly? Is it thick or thin? Let's see. Okay, it flows quickly, so it's a thin liquid. Very good. Now, ketchup. What do you think? Is it going to flow quickly or slowly? Let's see. It's moving. And as you can see, it moves very, very slowly. That means it flows slowly. So it flows slowly. That means it is a thick liquid since it flows slowly. Very slow. Now let's see the next one. Shampoo. What do you think? Is it going to flow quickly or slowly? Let's see. And it is flowing slowly. Also, it's flowing slowly. So is it thick or thin? It flows slowly, so is it thick or thin? It is a thick liquid. Now another one, oil. Is it thick or thin? Does it flow quickly or slowly? Let's see. It flows quickly, so it is what? It is thin. Now let's see thick or thin. Here are the thin liquids and here thick liquids. As you saw, water, chocolate milk, and oil. There are thin liquids, and honey, ketchup, and shampoo. There are thick liquids. Now, how can you measure liquids? You can measure the volume of a liquid. But what is volume? Volume is the amount of space that matter takes up. Volume is the amount of space that matter takes up. We said before that matter takes up space. The amount of this space is the volume. How much space does the matter take? How much space does the matter take is the volume. Here, in these 4 glasses, we have different volume of water. Why? Because water took different amount of space in each one of them. Here it took the most and here's the least. So I have different volume of water because water took different amount of space inside them. Okay? Now how can we measure the volume? We can measure it by using a dropper or a measuring cup or a graduated cylinder. Dropper, measuring cup, graduated cylinder. These are the tools that we can use them to measure liquids. We can use these to measure the volume of liquids. The volume of liquids. Now let's see an example. This is a graduated cylinder and it has a liquid inside. By reading the number, we can know the volume. Here we have 800 and here we have 600. And what does ml mean? ml means milliliter, which is the unit of the volume. The unit of the volume is milliliter. So when we want to measure volume, we have to say milliliter. Milliliter, it's the unit of the volume. Here you can see a bottle of water and you can see also the volume of water. It's 591 milliliter. Again, milliliter is the unit of volume. So when you see it, you have to know that this number is the volume of the liquid. Let's see another one. This is juice and you can find the volume written here. It's 375 milliliter. This is the volume of the juice. Now this is shampoo and you can see the volume written again. Shampoo is a liquid. It has a volume and the volume is written 650 milliliter. You can find different products and you can see the volume written on them. Try to find some of them at home. Now, in this measuring cup, we have liquid and the volume of this liquid is 100 milliliter. By reading the number here, you can know the volume. If I moved this liquid to another container, we said that liquids, they change their shape. They take the shape of their containers. What about the volume? Do they change their volume when we move them from one place to another, from one container to another? No. They only change their shape, but the volume stays the same. So if I said that I moved the liquid from the measuring cup to this container, only the shape will change, the volume stays the same. It's like when you have a cup of water and you pour it into a bottle. The bottle will have also 1 cup of water, not 2, not 3, not half. It's not going to increase or decrease. Only the shape of water will change, but you will have just 1 cup of water because you poured 1 cup of water. It's not going to be less or more. So only the shape of the water or the liquid, only the shape of the liquid changes, but not the volume of the liquid. The volume stays the same. The amount of water or the liquid stays the same when you pour it from one container to another. Only the shape changes. The amount or the volume, it stays the same. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching and study well.